Kristen, thank you. And our team coverage continuing now ahead of the gun deer opener. Aisha at the First Alert Safety Desk here. So earlier in the week, you talked about gun safety, and there's a lot more to keep in mind.
There really is, Tammy. Firearm safety is so important. Just to recap some of that first, remember to treat every firearm as if it's loaded. Only point at what you plan to shoot. Keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. And before you do shoot, clearly identify your target and what's beyond. The DNR says we've made a lot of progress in spreading awareness about firearm safety, which is great, but your health and overall safety is just as important. So some other things to think about. The DNR recommends you take care of your heart, especially if you hadn't done that over the off season, because we get reports of hunters who suffer heart attacks every year. Officials say walking long distances or dragging an animal can increase your heart rate and induce heart attacks. Take breaks when you need to. Also check for ticks when you've been in the woods. We want to talk about tree stand safety right now too. The DNR recommending you wear a harness in a tree stand. Make sure it's sturdy. They can deteriorate over time. And remember, always have 3 points of contact while climbing into and out of that tree stand. That means 2 hands, 1 foot, or 2 feet and 1 hand at all times. Super important. Also, if you're using a generator, make sure it's at least 20 feet away from any people or maybe your cabin. Don't forget to pack a battery operated carbon monoxide detector. For the safety of the deer population, the DNR also suggesting this morning you still get your deer tested for chronic wasting disease.
There's a focus this year kind of across the middle corridor of the state. So in central Wisconsin, we're especially asking hunters to consider contributing a sample, but hunters statewide can get their deer tested for free if they'd like to at numerous kiosks that are available for drop off across the state.
Don't forget that blaze orange or pink hunter is really important. You first alert or you alert everyone to your plans. Never head out onto a hunting trip without letting a friend or maybe a relative know where you'll be and when you expect to return. Coming up in the next half hour, I also have some advice to stay safe, even if you're not a hunter, things you might not think about, Emerson.